If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there. We have the second roster update of NBA 2K22 that dropped today. I'm going to give you all the massive important changes of this roster update. I will be honest though, very minor changes for the most part, like nothing crazy, but still, I want to talk about it. Before the video starts, please be an OG, join the pack and subscribe, and let's get the video started. We always start off with the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, Andre Drummond goes +1 and back into the 80 overall club. It's crazy how this guy was like an 86 at one point. Over time, his rating's been dropping, but it's because his roles have changed. The specific basketball that he plays is dying out, right? But on the Sixers, I feel like he's found a new role. And it's funny because when he got to the Sixers, all of us thought they were like, well, that's not going to work. But for whatever reason, it has, and that's very good. Tyrese Maxey goes +3. Already off bat, this is the highest upgraded player in this roster update. Like I said, this was a very minor one for whatever reason. But yeah, +2 for Tyrese Maxey. In the past 10 games, he's been averaging like 22 points. He's been insane for the Sixers to a point where they don't even feel like they need Ben Simmons because he's been so good. Seth Curry +1, probably should be even +2 if you should have been honest. And Cork Miles +2 as well. This team got a bunch of updates because they've been playing very well. For the Milwaukee Bucks, Drew Holiday -2. It's not very fair because he's been injured, but whatever. They downgrade him. Grayson Allen +1. He's been a very integral part on this team as a starter. It's been impressive for what he's been doing. For the Chicago Bulls, DeMar DeRozan +1, making him the best player on the Chicago Bulls. Whoa, bro. I cannot believe he's the best player on this team, at least rating-wise, because when he got to the team, I think we all agreed that Zach LaVine was going to be the best player on this team, and yet it's DeMar. It's just crazy because none of us really thought that. Right? It's crazy. And then Vucevic -1. He's just been plummeting really hard, but I think he's going to stay at 82 for the rest of the season, I believe. Now for the Cavs, who've been a surprising team this year, Jared Allen +1, Darius Garland also +1, making Jared Allen the best player on this team by far. Darius Garland the second best by far. Sexton's been hurt, and then Mobley just got hurt as well. So this team's very good, but they just got injured pretty hard, but so it's a shame. And then Ricky Rubio back into the 80 overall club, +1 for the first time in a while. So good for Ricky, man. For the Celtics, -1, Jason Tatum, making him and Jaylen Brown really close to being even as the best player on this team. Al Horford +1 as well, and Dennis Schroeder +1 as well. Dennis has not been in the 80 overall club since, I believe, on the Atlanta Hawks. So that's a pretty big update. Now for the Clippers, Paul George -1. I cannot believe they downgraded him, bro. He's playing like an MVP candidate. I cannot believe they downgraded him. That's insane to me. Terrence Mann, I believe +1. And besides that, nothing. I really can't believe Reggie Jackson didn't get an upgrade either. I do not know how they messed this roster update up that bad for the Clippers. For John Morant +1, congratulations John Morant, making it to the 90 overall club for the first time in your entire career. Let's go, man. Okay. Steven Adams +1 and Jaren Jackson Jr. -1, making them tied for the second best player on the team. For the Hawks, Clint Capella -2. I mean, if we're being real, John Collins should have always been the second best player on this team. And then honestly, this team, rating-wise, everyone got downgraded because everyone's been struggling for whatever reason. Cam Reddish -2, Bogdanovich -2, Gallinari -2, Hunter -2, even though he's injured now, but everyone got downgraded. It's insane. For the Heat, Jimmy Butler, 94 overall, +2 for Jimmy. I don't think he's ever been this high in his entire career, but the team's been winning, so like, you gotta give it to him, right? Tyler Hero +1. Obviously, this dude has been a straight bucket. For the Hornets, Hayward -1 and Rozier -2. This team has definitely started to slow down throughout the year, but maybe they'll pick it up again. It's just they've all been slowing down. Utah Jazz, Rudy Gobert +1. I believe this is the first time Rudy's been in the 90 overall club, so okay. We also have Mike Conley going +1 as well. For the Sacramento Kings, Buddy Hield +1, going back into the 80 overall club. That's really it for the Kings. For the Knicks, Julius Randle -1, well deserved. He has been struggle city for a little bit. I don't know. He's shooting too many threes rather than trying to score in the basket, and that's been a problem. Also, Evan Fournier -2, leaving the 80 overall club because his hot streak from the beginning of the year has slowed down. Now for the Lakers, we have Russell Westbrook going down again. I don't know, man. Dwight Howard -1 as well. For the Magic, Wendell Carter Jr. +1, making them the best player on the team by far, with Cole Anthony +2, rising up in the ranks. Mo Bamba +1 and Franz Wagner +1 as well. A lot of upgrades for this team, even though they've been like losing for the most part. The players are kind of coming out in their own and seeing who is the better players on this team, which is pretty cool to see. For the Mavericks, Porzingis +1. How he's been playing lately, it should probably be way higher than that. Jalen Brunson +1, making it to the 80 overall club as deserved, making him the third best player on the team. Now for the Nets, KD +1, making him the best player in the NBA, well deserved. James Harden -1, making him tied with Kyrie, who's not even playing. For the Nuggets, Jokic +1, again deserved. Will Barton +2, making him the second best player on the team, which is crazy to think. I don't think anybody knew coming into the season he'd be the second best player on the Nuggets this year. It's nuts. For the Pacers, Sabonis -1 and Brogdon +2, making it pretty close as who's the best player on this team for sure, but it should be Sabonis for the rest of the year. Miles Turner +2 as well. He's been a defensive force and he's deserved this. So Devontae Graham +1, back into the 80 overall club. Josh Hart +2. He's been getting a lot better throughout the year. No Ingram update, which is surprising, but still. For the Pistons, Jeremy Grant +2. He was dropped -2, then he goes back +2, which shows that he's been a little inconsistent, but I think he should stay here for the rest of the season. For the Raptors, we have Fred VanVleet +1, making him tied as the best player on the team with OG and Pascal. And then Gary Trent Jr. +1, putting him into the 80 overall club, and he deserves it because he's been an amazing defender and scorer for the team. For the Rockets, Christian Wood -1, making John Wall the best player on the team, even though he hasn't played. For the San Antonio Spurs, Derek White -1, Vassell +1. Derek White has been struggle city. I won't even be surprised if he keeps going down because he's been bad. For the Suns, Frank Kaminsky +1, I believe. +1. No other change for this team. This team's been very good, but like in terms of like who got better than the past couple weeks, it's been pretty similar. For the Thunder, believe it or not, no one. And this is really surprising because this team has low-key been winning. And so I'm surprised no one got updated. Wolves, Cat -1. And no surprise there. They should not be losing. D'Angelo Russell -1 as well. It's just a very weird team. For the Blazers, Dame -2. Norman Powell +2. A couple changes here and there, but everyone deserves it for the most part. For the Warriors, Curry +1, making him the best player in the NBA, tied with KD. And then Wiggins +1. No Draymond update, which is surprising, and Bielitsa +1 as well. Also, Jordan Poole +2. Probably should have been +3, but whatever. And finally, for the Wizards, Montrezl Harrell +1, making him the third best player on the team. And that's everyone, right? Not crazy changes, but well-deserved ones. What do y'all think about this roster update? Leave it in the comments below. If you like the channel, please give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time. If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there.